At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake. At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor, and we are only 1 hour away from kickoff for week 1 of high school football, and our Mississippi Live Weather Game of the Week also coming up here in just a couple of minutes. What we're going to be tracking here at the 6 o'clock show will be, of course, Matt joining us live in Pontotoc for that Game of the Week, but we're also going to be walking through that holiday weekend outlook. Labor Day is here, and teachers and students, if you didn't realize it, we have a long weekend ahead and a shorter week next week. And week 1 college football forecast, what to expect with that forecast? Well, we'll have everything you need to know in detail coming up on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Let's walk through the first 12, and you do see that there is some moisture. This was the only percentage I put on the entire graphic, and honestly, probably need to take it off because a lot of that moisture further off there towards the south, so I will tweak this behind the scenes, staying dry into those overnight hours and into the start of our Saturday morning, 7 a.m., 63 degrees. Plenty of sunshine expected throughout our Saturday as well. So that is going to be a fantastic forecast. What we're getting right now is a live look in Pontotoc, 84 degrees right now. Matt, I know you said it was sunny, but how is it feeling whenever it comes to the temperature?
It's still a little warm here in the stands, Gabe, but I mean, it's not bad. All things considered, it's about as good as you could ever expect. Feels more like maybe a nice late September game or an early October game here at our Mississippi Live football game of the week here in the Pontotoc area. We are at the Holler, as they call it. Maybe I'd add the R on it. Either way, Amory at Pontotoc is our game of the week. The visitor sideline over there. And here on the home team sideline, they got brand new stands in this stadium. All the folks here are really proud of that. And you can see already starting to kind of fill up this evening with folks getting ready for this big game, of course, kicking off the season and getting things all shaped up and ready to go. You know, this is the 100th year for Pontotoc football, and they're very proud of that fact. The stadium that was here before, you call it authentic, it was a little old, and they were ready for it to get replaced. And so in doing so, have upgraded to these amazing facilities, got those nice LED lights that flash and do all the cool stuff, just like the big boys, big stadiums do. We're going to have highlights from this game coming up on Mississippi Live Weather at 10 p.m. tonight, as we get, of course, try to focus for this game of the week. We also want to, Gabe, mention that it is an extremely close battle right now for band and cheerleaders of the week. If only, I think, at this point, over the better part around 700 votes in particular on either side for cheerleaders week, and separated by only about 20 votes. We're going to stop that voting at the end of this broadcast. So for folks that want to get in there for some last second effort, that's what you need to do. Get on their Facebook there and do those likes. But it's a beautiful evening for football here and everywhere. And you're right, that 10%, these are just high cirrus clouds behind me, made up of ice crystal and stuff like that. No precipitation coming from that. We are about as excellent as you're going to get for kickoff on the first week of the season. Here in Pontotoc, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon from Mississippi Live Weather. Gabe, what's it looking like back there in the studio?
Well, fantastic forecast, and luckily staying away from the sunshine. I know you're talking about sunburns. We're good on the burn, right?
Yeah, no. We got a nice layer of sunscreen on myself and our Caleb Edelblue behind me there, who's learning a little bit on how to shoot some highlights tonight. We're going to have, I think, some fun here from Pontotoc.
Well, I'm excited to see the highlights. You guys have fun out there. And, of course, grab you some concession stand food. That's my favorite part of football games. So, a burger.
That's not a bad choice.
Well, perfect. Well, we'll keep tracking the forecast here. And as Matt mentioned, I did take out that 10%. We're not expecting any rainfall across the area. Some of our models a bit more ambitious. Tried to convince me, almost did, but we took it all out. We're not expecting rainfall in that extended forecast. Greenville showcasing some of those darker clouds. But the thing with these darker clouds, look at how they're oriented. Very horizontal in development. No vertical component that's going to lift these into the sky that will then produce showers. We're not expecting that overnight. So the horizontal cumulus clouds, that's the highest extent of what the cloud cover we'll be seeing across the region. Aberdeen, as Matt was mentioning, some of these high-end cirrus clouds way high up in the atmosphere, 86 degrees. Where those blue skies are being shown, those temperatures are a few degrees warmer. So there is some give and take, but luckily with those warmer temperatures, we're seeing the drier air move in as a result. Now, Addison, don't be alarmed by these dark clouds. I promise you, rainfall not expected in the forecast, but 82 degrees, dew point 64, so that drier feeling air only making it feel 2 degrees more, right around 84. And all of that, with the feels like values, the temperatures, and even the dew points being pulled back as we head overnight. So not expecting anything in regards to moisture. So as I circulate this over the last couple of hours, we'll go actually 1 hour on that loop. We can see a lot of what we call clear air mode right there around the Monroe County radar site. Whenever we're looking for rainfall, I mean, we're going to have to jump out there towards Tuscaloosa County. Some of those showers starting to develop, but these are very high in nature, not reaching it all the way to the ground. So we're not very high on those rain chances. Like I said, 10% try to slide in there, but we are staying dry into the overnight hours, not expecting anything in regards to rainfall. So perfect for our Friday night forecast, perfect for our Friday night football games. Even our satellite imagery showing those cumulus clouds down there around Greenwood, Chula, and Hollandale. The further northeast you go, I mean, we're clear. Alcorn County, Prentiss County, Tishomingo County. So as good of a week 1 forecast as we could get here in North Mississippi, and we are very grateful that we get to enjoy that forecast with you guys there in Pontotoc. Extending things out, I want to take a look at our Mississippi live weather radar on the analysis mode, because what we're seeing right here is that frontal boundary pushing off there towards the south and east away from us here in North Mississippi. And so what we're going to do is take all that moisture and slide it south and east as well. While it's not exactly a recipe for success for our away games, here in North Mississippi for tonight and for our Saturday, much drier air pushing in as a result, but unfortunately some warmer air as well. So Futurecast, let's go ahead and walk through that forecast, and you can see that low just extending to, or keeping on moving. What's the word I'm looking for? Extending there towards the southeast. That's what we're going to say for right now. Oh man, it's Friday. Extending towards the southeast, taking all of those rain chances with it. Some of those heavier downpours also going to be seen around New Orleans, there towards Mobile, and down there towards Panama City and Tallahassee. So Saturday, 6 a.m., that's where the showers remain. We are actually getting some clearing for our morning commute for any Saturday morning plans you may have. So it's a perfect Saturday to get out and about and enjoy the forecast. And when you add to it that it's Labor Day weekend, take advantage of it. Let's get outside. The next 24 showcases the dry conditions all day long with plenty of sunshine there by the afternoon. I mean, if you've not made plans yet, make them, but make sure to put an outside next to it, because with a forecast like this, we need to be taking advantage of it. I was talking to Matt earlier about the last summer surge. I mean, we only have so many of those hot summer days left, as we are about 20 to 30 days away from fall. So whenever we're getting some of those warmer temperatures, I know some folks like it, let's enjoy it and get out and about. And if it's too hot for you, then go outside and find ways to stay cool in the process. You know, if it's heading out to the lake or heading out to the pool, there's several ways to do it. So coming up in the next 60, if you're looking to do either of those two things over our Labor Day weekend, we'll have the full look at that Labor Day weekend forecast, as well as a game time forecast for Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Alabama. I know two of those teams are playing away. We have the forecast from where they'll be playing coming up on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. We'll also take a look from Chief Meteorologist Matt Laupon out in the field, another look there in Pontotoc as we are inching closer and closer to game time. Keep it here for the very latest.
For more than 100 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them. At First Choice, you're our priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, I feel like only a few of those cameras highlight our forecast here in North Mississippi, like the one in Caledonia does. Those high-end cirrus clouds blanketing the way high part of our atmosphere, but overall it's going to be those clear conditions, and we are just getting that beautiful sunshine peeking through the clouds and warming up our atmosphere as a result. 87 degrees as we head about any of those afternoon activities. It's going to be a perfect evening for getting out and about. Just it's slightly warmer than where we've been the past 24 and 48 hours. Rolling Fork shows some of those cooler conditions, but you want to know why that forecast is happening? Well, look at the difference in dew point. 70 degrees down around Rolling Fork, and that's as a result with that moisture in the air making those temperatures feel a few degrees cooler than other locations. So 78 showing up for our Rolling Fork location, but out towards the northeast, I mean, we're still talking mid to upper 80s for select locations. Starkville, 82 degrees, and you even see that dew point pulled back about 6 degrees. So every degree that dew point is retreating, well, that of course adds to the heating in the atmosphere, especially with that dry forecast. I mean, Starkville, it's not a home game this weekend, but I know that there are some local teams playing tonight. Hopefully you guys get out and about and enjoy that forecast as well. I keep pushing it because we are in week 1 of high school. I know moisture. So the large batch of moisture actually staying down there towards the coastal regions into your Saturday night, or should I say Friday night and into your Saturday morning. So some of those heavier downpours still sticking around the Gulf Coast regions. Hopefully you didn't go to the beach for your Labor Day weekend, but if you did, just dealing with those scattered showers. But North Mississippi is the place to be for your Labor Day weekend because of how dry things are. And on top of that, temperatures not too shabby either, as we're staying below average. Low temperatures, low to mid 60s across the region, so it is going to be a comfortable forecast. It's going to be as good of a forecast as you'll get in late August as we wrap up August and head into September. As we head into our Saturday morning, you do see this cloud cover start to build into the area heading overnight. Now, this is going to result in some partly cloudy conditions for our late morning, early afternoon. But as we head further into our afternoon forecast, and our models don't really show this off, we are going to see a good bit of sunshine as a result. So this is going to be post 12 o'clock and into that 1:30, 2, and 3 o'clock hour. So that extended forecast, plenty of sunshine, plenty of good weather, and perfect for getting out in the water, whether it's a lake, pool, or wherever you want to go to celebrate your Labor Day weekend. Saturday is going to be the optimal day for it. So Saturday evening, those dry conditions continue to stick around. So I know we have a kickoff happening in Oxford. We'll get to that forecast here in just a moment. But as you can see, that game time, that tailgate heading into it in the Grove is going to be phenomenal. So get out there and enjoy it. Cheer on the Rebels, whether you're an Ole Miss fan or not. High temperatures, upper 80s, low 90s, 90 Cleveland, 90 Water Valley. We mentioned 88 there towards Oxford, even seeing 89 down around Starkville. So those temperatures warming up as a result of that sunshine, but luckily that stickiness factor not playing a part as our feels like values right around the same value as our temperatures. And that's not the only game we're watching. We're also watching the Mississippi State Bulldogs take on Southern Miss down in Hattiesburg. Rain chances, I said they'll be scattered for our Saturday morning, but those continue into our Saturday afternoon as well. So that 11 a.m. kickoff, getting some of those pockets of moisture with some of those isolated showers, that'll stick around even towards the final snap. But luckily, temperature-wise, we're not bad for Hattiesburg this time of year. 76 first play, 81 by the final snap. So temperature-wise, we're looking good. We just got to dodge those rain showers in the process. Alabama taking on Florida State, and I made my bold prediction earlier at 5 o'clock that the rain will actually make things pretty even. So I think it's going to be a good game between the Crimson Tide and the Seminoles down there in Tallahassee. But I mean, we're talking 60 to 70% rain chances all afternoon long. So it's going to be more of a puddle fest rather than a football game. That'll stick around. Those temperatures going to be pretty comfortable as a result of that moisture. 83 by kickoff, wrapping it up at about the upper 70s. Our one local game tomorrow will be the Ole Miss Rebels taking on Georgia State. What is their mascot? Is it the Wildcat? I'm going to look this up later because I need to know that. But kickoff happening at 6:45. You see that? I mean, we are clear as can be for our forecast heading into our kickoff, but kickoff happening about 86 degrees. We are going to be cooling off nicely. A very similar forecast to what we'll have actually for kickoff tonight for high school football. 71 by that final snap. So some cooler conditions as we wrap things up. I'm again not saying this is sweater weather at all costs, but I think we're trending closer and closer to that forecast, luckily. So all of our fall fans, we are almost there. But Futurecast into our Saturday night. I mean, you can see what kind of forecast we'll be getting for our Ole Miss Rebels. I mean, staying dry, staying clear. It's going to be a phenomenal forecast as we cheer on what we hope to be a win. So as we look back, I think this skipped over the graphics, so we can go back and go through that. So again, this is 8 to 10 o'clock, and then those overnight hours start to move in. Partly cloudy conditions will linger in the forecast, but overall, mostly clear skies will again highlight our area for the start of our Sunday. Keeping Sunday going with the mid-morning forecast, cloud cover building in ever so slightly. Some moisture trying to move in there from eastern Arkansas. Overly high on those rain chances as we do stay on the drier side once again. This is just one of our ambitious models that tries to circulate in some moisture. We're not high on that, and our meteorologist Caleb Edelblut will have the latest information at 6 and 10 on your Saturday of what to expect for that extended Labor Day weekend outlook. So Sunday evening, again, staying on the drier side, and those northeast winds a big factor in that. So by 9 p.m., yes, we are staying drier, but you do see some of that moisture trying to get into eastern Arkansas. That moisture is what I believe will set the scene for some scattered showers on our Labor Day, unfortunately. So that's why I said Saturday's optimal, Sunday still pretty optimal, but then Monday, we have to be dodging some of those showers. High temperatures for your Sunday with those drier conditions, upper 80s and low 90s. Those feels like values right around that same mark, so it is going to be a comfortable forecast for any of those plants. But Labor Day weekend, here's a good look. If we're looking to grill, if we're looking to head out to the pool, head out to the lake, Saturday and Sunday. That's the days we need to plan on it. 89 for Saturday, 88 by Sunday, 87 by Labor Day. But you see that icon over there. Some isolated rain chances once again moving back into the forecast, so it is going to be a soggier forecast than what we'll have for Saturday and Sunday, but I think there will still be some windows of opportunity on Monday that we can take advantage of, and of course, we'll update that forecast as need be in that extended outlook here on Mississippi Live Weather. Your Saturday, though, let's jump back a couple days. Saturday, 63 by 7, 85 by noon, 88 there towards 5, and we're rounding out the day 73 by 10. Dry conditions all day long, so it is a perfect day to get out and about. Sunday stays with those drier conditions, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, isolated scattered showers back into the forecast. That'll set the scene for some cooler conditions already in the low to mid 90s. Low to mid 90s. Oh my word, I'm so used to summer forecasting. Low to mid 80s for your midweek and beyond. And then Friday, you see low temperatures taking a step back. We're talking upper 50s for the start of our Friday next week. So plenty of stuff to look forward to. And of course, we'll be back here in just a moment talking with our chief meteorologist, Matt Lobhon, and getting a live update from Pontotoc on our Mississippi Live Weather Game of the Week. Keep it here for the very latest.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lobhon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lobhon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back into Mississippi Live Weather. You're seeing a look at your high school football forecast. 86 degrees by pregame, 80 degrees closer to halftime. Those cooling off as we head overnight. So it is going to be comfortable conditions for anything high school football wise. We just need a win in order for that forecast to be absolutely perfect. We're going to be joined by our chief meteorologist, Matt Lobhon, live in the field, walking us through our Mississippi Live Weather Game of the Week. Matt, I know it's been feeling fantastic. I see cheerleaders and football players on the field behind you. Are things starting to get going?
Yeah, they are getting ready to kind of get rolling out here in Pontotoc. You can actually see the cheerleaders here from Pontotoc behind me. I'll try to show everybody. Y'all's wave high. So they are one of our 2 nominees for Cheer Squad of the Week. And believe it or not, they are ahead by the slimmest of margins right now. We will have that final total at the end of this broadcast. I think there's only 20 lights separating them and the folks from Amory. So excited to get that on the air for Mississippi Live Weather coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Of course, the fans here also lining up in the stadium and all ready to go. looks like we have the Pontoc squad. And there's no question that it's a little bit of an intimidating factor here. It always kind of has been a unique experience down here in the Hollow here at Pontoc. But now with the new stadium, I mean, as you can see, the new stands behind me, that's a fairly intimidating thing as well. So the teams out on the field at this point, they are getting ready for the games. Everybody getting kind of lined up here. Amory here as well, of course, the visiting team. Unfortunately, my phone, I think, trying to do that whole thing where it makes everything a little blurry behind you, so you can't see quite as well there. But everybody's excited, and we're going to have highlights coming up here from Pontoc tonight at 10 o'clock on Mississippi Live Weather of all the goings-on here at the game. But, Gabe, it certainly is kind of a perfect way to kick off the high school football season here, and a lot of fans here ready to go and just so excited for this inaugural edition of the Mississippi Live Game of the Week.
And they've been phenomenal with interacting with Post and just making this decision for themselves. Like, you are there because of North Mississippi. And so we're just excited to kind of be partnered with them in this entire journey. And they get to continue to do that. As long as I yap on screen, that poll is up and running. So I just need to talk for a little bit longer, give folks another opportunity.
So you're trying to pad another poll? That's 2 times this week you're trying to pad a poll.
Well, my game of the week didn't get picked, but it should be a good game tonight. I'm excited to see highlights. Do you have a forecast, or should I say a prediction for the winner?
Oh, no. You can do that, but I'm staying out of the forecasting game when it comes to high school football. I'm not that gutsy.
Well, you'll have fun, though, and that's what matters. At the end of the day, both teams just ready to be back on the field, and a perfect forecast for it. Matt, thank you for getting us these live shots, and, of course, probably getting burned in the process. Just stay safe in that sunshine.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, we'll see you back at 10 for those highlights, but we want to walk through that forecast once again here in the Mississippi Live Weather Center, or room-to-room weather center. 83 degrees by pregame, 75 by halftime, and we'll be cooling off to 70 degrees by that final snap. If you are a cold-natured person, you might put on some sweatpants, or at least have them in the car just to be on the safe side, because it might be a little bit cooler as we head out and about this evening for, fingers crossed, a post-game celebration. So I will be like Matt and not submit my my prediction, because these are all new teams. Who knows what the expectations are? So it's just exciting to be back and have some of that high school football back in action. If you have your prediction, or at least you want to give a shout out to your hometown team, put it in the chat and let us know who you're rooting for, just because we want to be, again, a part of this with you guys, and we want to know who all is rooting for who. And especially for those extended weeks whenever we do coverage and we head out and about to some more games. You might be able to pick one of them. And of course, we'll put those polls out every week at the start of the week. So poll tonight: who wins cheer of the week? Who wins band of the week? Excited to see the results on that. I'm going to keep talking for just a couple more minutes, so head to Matt's Facebook page to submit the latest on that poll and tell us who that winner is. I am going to talk about this tropical outlook because it has been upgraded on that extended outlook. We talked about yesterday, 20% chance, because it looked like it was going to be beyond the 7 days. Well, since we're a day ahead, 24 hours ahead, that 7-day forecast is now 24 hours ahead. So we've upped that to 30%, or the National Hurricane Center has upped that to 30% development over the next 7 days. And as of right now, still off the African coast, you can see right there. And so that's going to continue to move across the Atlantic. Not expecting impacts here, but that long-range forecast, of course, can and will change. And we'll keep all eyes on that over the weekend with meteorologist Caleb Edelblut. He loves tracking the tropics. And then also towards next week, as this is expected to last, well through the next 7 days. So that's basically it. So poll is about to be closed. Go submit your votes right now. I'll let you guys leave here real quick to go submit those. Let us know who the winners are, and we cannot wait to show you some highlights coming up tonight at 10. Matt will have another update on what's happening out there in Pontoc and who will be celebrating this big Week 1 Friday night win. I think this is going to go back over there. It is for sure. Look at me. Forecasted that correctly. So this is what you guys need to do to see those highlights. It'll be downloading our app, Mississippi Live Weather, on your iOS and Android app stores. Scan the QR code on your screen to go to that right now and search that, and then you can download it, of course. But we hope that you guys have a safe and fun Friday night, and we are just so excited to be back. I was reading some comments in chat, and folks just cannot get over how amazing this weekend is. Action-packed with high school football, college football on Saturday, and then Labor Day weekend on top of it all. So as good of a weekend as you can get. But what we'll be tracking coming up tonight at 10 is, of course, those highlights. Of course, Cheer of the Week winner, Band of the Week winner, winner, who was the winner of the game, and all what to expect for your Labor Day weekend. Who's the big winner? It's us here in North Mississippi getting this forecast. We'll have latest updates on that for you guys on Mississippi Live Weather tonight at 10.
Absolute Restoration, our team will feel magical since our focus is on serving you and your roofing needs. Finding a roofer who actually shows up and communicates, that's just one of the problems we solve by informing you of every step in the process.
Selling premium roofing systems backed by warranties and payment plans starting at just $99 per month. Trust Absolute Restoration to deliver.
Experience unicorn-level service and affordability from a team your community trusts. Call Absolute Restoration today.